I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time?
He does. This kid can fight because he had speed and he had power. And it's very, very hard to get those two together.
At that size.
Yeah.
They thought it was over. That the final bell had rung on one of boxing's greatest stories. A story small in stature but massive in legacy. A story told with flurries of footwork and fists that defied time. After his 2021 loss to Yordanis Ugas, Manny Pacquiao stepped out of the ring and into politics. He left behind memories instead of expectations. Fans respected it. Many believed it was the right time. But now, in a twist worthy of a documentary, he's back. At 46. With knees that have seen 1,000 rounds and hands still wrapped in destiny. Why return when the world says it's too late? Why chase a dream most say has already passed? Because one man never stopped believing, the fire never left. That man is Freddie Roach. Roach, the Hall of Fame trainer, the soft-spoken architect behind some of boxing's most electric nights, has seen Pacquiao land punches science can't explain. And now, he's seeing them again. With calm confidence in his voice, Roach says, Manny can beat Mario Barrios. Not survive. Not go the distance. Beat him. And when Freddie Roach says it, history tells us we should listen. This isn't just a comeback story, it's a reckoning. A legend pushing back against the weight of time, against logic, against the accepted limits of aging fighters. Roach isn't opening the door for nostalgia. He's opening the door for war. Because in his mind, Manny Pacquiao didn't stop being great. He just took a break. It started with whispers. A few seconds of blurry mitt-work leaked online. Then came a clearer shot, Manny Pacquiao, full gear, shadowboxing at Wild Card. No formal announcement. No press release. Just speed. Just rhythm. Just motion. And suddenly, boxing fans who had long moved on were glued to their screens, whispering the same question. Is he coming back? Pacquiao hadn't fought in years. He became a senator. A philanthropist. A living statue. Most figured his final rounds were in front of microphones, not under bright lights. The Ugas loss felt like the last chapter, not because he looked bad, but because he looked tired. But the thing about warriors? They don't retire because they are tired. They stop when there's nothing left to fight for. Now, there's something. Mario Barrios. Tall, strong, young, dangerous. A rising welterweight who dominated Ugas, the same Ugas who beat Manny. And that's where this story twists. That win put Barrios on the map. He didn't ask for it. Roach and Pacquiao are here to redraw it. The media questioned everything. Why would Manny do this at 46? Is this desperation? Is this ego? Roach, never one for drama, shut it all down with one line. He's not doing this for money. He's doing this because he knows he can win. That's not blind loyalty. That's 20 years in the trenches. Roach has seen Pacquiao through wars that would have broken others. From Barrera to Marquez to Thurman. He's been there when the world doubted. And every time, Manny proved them wrong. This isn't a midlife crisis. This is unfinished business. And Roach, with that same quiet fire in his voice, is betting it all on the man who made cameras struggle to keep up. Barrios may be younger, taller, fresher. But he's about to walk into something he's never faced before. Not just a fighter. Not just a legend. But a storm that doesn't know how to quit. If Manny Pacquiao is the fire, then Freddie Roach is the match that lit it. Their story isn't just about trainer and fighter. It's about belief. Roach has Parkinson's. He shakes when he talks, sometimes softly, sometimes not at all. But when he steps into the ring, pads on, everything stills. That's not medicine. That's purpose. Before Manny, Roach was just another fighter with bad hands and worse luck. He fought tough but not smart. When the lights faded, he stayed in the sport because he had nowhere else to go. That's where Wild Card Gym came from. 4 walls. Sweat-soaked mats. A stubbornness that wouldn't die. Then one day, a shy, wiry kid from the Philippines walked in. Barely spoke English. But when he hit the mitts, Roach felt it in his bones. Lightning. Over 2 decades later, Roach still watches Pacquiao with the same intensity. And that's why people listen when he talks. Because Freddie doesn't lie. He's told Manny not to fight before. He's retired fighters when their legs were gone and their reflexes dulled. But not this time. Not with Manny. He's not saying maybe. He's saying can. As in, he can beat Barrios. Manny is sharp. He's strong. And he's smarter now than he's ever been. Roach isn't counting on Manny to out-youth Barrios. He's counting on him to outthink him. This isn't the same Pacquiao who brawled with reckless abandon. This is the evolved version, still fast, still unorthodox, but now calculated. And behind that calculation is Roach, meticulous, ruthless, honest. When others see 46, Roach sees 12 rounds of data. Angles. Patterns. He sees how Barrios dips his left after the hook, how he retreats in straight lines. He doesn't see a mountain. He sees a maze. And mazes can be solved. Barrios is disciplined but not unpredictable. Roach calls his style methodical, which in Freddie speak means exploitable. Barrios has tools. But Roach sees the gaps. His feet don't catch up to his hands. He throws, but is flat when he resets. Manny thrives on that. Watch enough Barrios tape and it's clear. He's great moving forward. But forced to pivot? To fight off the back foot? His timing crumbles. That's a red flag against a fighter who lives on angles and sharp entries. And there's something else. Barrios has never fought anyone who moves like Manny. Not just speed, controlled chaos. Intelligent chaos. Most fighters get flustered when they can't find the target. Barrios gets mechanical. Tense. That's the real danger. Barrios depends on rhythm. Pacquiao breaks rhythm. Roach knows it. Manny knows it. If Barrios doesn't adapt mid-fight, something he's never had to do at this level, he won't survive the storm. He'll drown in it. At 46, you don't train harder. You train smarter. That's gospel at Wild Card. Gone are the days of 8-round sparring wars. Now, every minute counts. Every punch has a purpose. Roach designed this camp not to chase what Manny was, but to extract what still remains. Every session is reviewed. Every round is filmed. Less volume. More depth. Manny doesn't train to break his body. He trains to preserve it. Cryotherapy. Precision nutrition. Reflex drills with LED lights. A movement coach tracks everything from Manny's foot rotation to his breathing. When time isn't on your side, science has to be. People forget, Pacquiao was always a high IQ fighter. He just made it look wild. Now, Roach is leaning on that IQ more than ever. If Barrios is dreaming of knockouts, he'll wake up swinging at ghosts. Pacquiao's power never defined him. His unpredictability did. Ask De La Hoya. Ask Cotto. Ask Thurman. Tall, strong guys blinked, and suddenly they were on the ropes, eating leather. Roach sees it again. Barrios backs out straight. Death against a southpaw like Manny. The worst thing you can do is retreat in a line. Manny follows like a shadow and punches on the move. Roach calls it the slingshot. Manny draws you in, then launches just off-center. Invisible until it's too late. Manny throws in 5s and 7s from angles that shouldn't exist, while moving, while slipping, while smiling. Barrios like structure. Manny is what happens when structure collapses. Roach has a name for this version of Manny.